Good evening, everyone. I, Nivi Gachhayat, would like to seek an opinion from my father, Mr. Nitin Gachhayat, on the climate change in the past and the present scenario with respect to the human interference.
Hi Nivi. So this is an important topic that we should discuss. Climate change is affecting our overall climate. So earlier, 30-40 years back, air conditioning was not that much essential. We could survive with a fan. Now, like every house has air conditioner. Similarly, cars didn't have air conditioning. Now, air conditioning has become essential. So this change in climate or change in temperature is happening because of few factors like human interference, which is there, and the three major things are: one is urbanization, second is industrialization, and third is globalization. These three are impacting the climate change.
These three factors are beneficial. So how can you say that they affect our climate changes?
So let's take one by one. So first thing is urbanization. So what is urbanization? Urbanization is when people move to one location and they kind of build infrastructure and develop. So earlier there used to be small villages and there were greeneries around them, forest around them. So whatever little carbon they were emitting was getting absorbed by this forest. So smaller town also were not emitting that much carbon. So that was getting balanced by the green which were there. But now what is happening is we are moving to big cities. So big cities means big buildings, roads, bridges, everything. So we are, and the population is also growing. So which means we need more houses. So we are cutting down forests, cutting down the greens and constructing big buildings. So this is hampering the carbon, the rate at which we are emitting because of these buildings, the car, everything that we are using. So that is one of the factor which is creating this climate change. Similarly, industrialization. So in the past, there were cottage industries like small factories or people were manufacturing things at their home or small units. But with industrialization now we have bigger factories manufacturing a lot of things at a lower cost and supply. But when there is manufacturing such a big scale manufacturing happening, so a lot of things are automated. So a lot of energy is used. So use of energy again means emission of carbon, like big generators, thermal plants generating electricity. So they are again emitting carbon, which is the factor for climate change. Take the third thing, globalization. Yeah. So globalization means what does globalization mean? So there are few geographies specializing in producing certain things and supplying across the globe. So it sounds good, but in reality what happens is take for example China. So China is manufacturing a lot of things. So China needs to get the raw material. So all raw material like steel manufactured in produced in India or other places are getting transported to China. Then there the products are made and then distributed to other around the globe. So which means there is a lot of transportation happening. Again, for transportation, may it be ship or aeroplane or trucks. So for everything we burn carbon fuel, fossil fuel, and fossil fuel emits carbon. So that creates climate change, the greenhouse effect. So these are the factors, and then our development is impacting the climate change.
So how can we restrict these?
Yeah, it is possible to restrict climate change, at least seize at what has happened. So one of the way is if we consume things which are produced locally. vegetables which are grown locally, rather than say buying apple which has come from say America, or like kiwi which has come from say somewhere in Australia. So rather than consuming those, if we consume fruits, vegetables, those are grown locally. So there is less of transportation which has happened, which are fresh and they don't need any additional refrigeration or something to be stored for a longer period. So by that, that's one thing. Second is like for example, the shirt that I'm wearing. It's a hand spun, hand woven, hand stitched cloth apparel. So in this, like there is no energy which has been used. These kind of things, these small things, if everyone starts doing that, then we would reduce the carbon footprint, and maybe there would be a day when there can be reverse in the climate change, and this Earth can be a better place to live.
Thank you for it, Papa. And we shall strive and make our Earth a better and a healthy place to live. Thank you.
Thank you, Nivi.